All right, folks. First and foremost, the gaming industry is not a male-dominated industry. Okay. Now, I want to get to something that has really got me really, really fuming, and I mean like really, really fucking fuming, dude. Um, and that is the collective shout. Those cunts. Um, I want to say my piece here about those douche nozzles. Um, I've been wanting to do this for a while now, for the last number of days or so. Now, this video is for the gaming dudes and dudettes here. We all love a good game, man. I tell you, we all love that one particular good game. There's two or three that we all have our favorites, and whether it's on a PC, console, or on our phones, we all love that one particular game. And I just wanted to say that, look, I don't see anything wrong with the gaming industry. Okay? I don't. I think that there are people that have taken this as, oh, it's a male dominated industry. Let's be honest here, folks. Can we all be honest here for once here? The thing is, the gaming industry is not a male dominated thing. It never has been. It may have in the past, during the ending of the 70s into the early 80s ish, with Atari and ColecoVision at the time. Now, Steam got hit hard. Okay. It was forced to remove about 15, 20 games off its thing because of those cunts at the collective shout and shit, I think it's just that they know nothing about the industry. There are some people that have no idea about the industry, unless if you work in the industry as a game designer, a programmer, a coder, a CEO, a marketing in the marketing department, all that shit, advertisement, because the thing is, Collective Shout has no idea what the fuck they're talking about. Honestly, they don't. So I'm sitting here on behalf of gamer dudes and dudettes, So there are some that like racing games. There's some that like games like Call of Duty and Battlefield, and Grand Theft Auto, Forza, Gran Turismo, all that shit, you know. Assassin's Creed, Battlefront, Star Wars Battlefront, all, you know. Um, I think it's that, you know, there are people that have no idea about the industry. They just want to throw their shit out there claiming, "Oh, we gotta protect women and children from these gratifying games." um, there are kids that do play games. You know, there are. There's some games for kids young as 5 to 6 years old. I bought a little console for my niece, which is about 2, 3 years old. You know, the learning system. You know, bought it for my niece, my goddaughter. Um, and so I bought my son uh, a console, a Wii, a PlayStation, you know, a Wii, an Xbox, you know, a PS Vita, you know. We all have those games we love dear to our hearts, you know. Me, it's Call of Duty and Assassin's Creed, GTA, Watch Dogs, Star Wars Battlefront. Those are my games, you know. Especially Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic and Star Wars The Old Republic and Forza. Those are my games. Do I play them? You bet your ass I do. I think there's a little bit too much of this crap, you know, and
there are some games that have absolutely insane development times, and it really makes no sense.
Bethesda hires activists for Elder Scrolls 6. Gamers abandoned.
The best budget is This is the best budget emulation device. This is the Ambernic RG35XX, and it can play all your childhood favorites and then some. It's got Game Boy games, PlayStation 1, SNES, and so many others. And these games come ready to play right out of the box to fulfill all those gaming needs. I had to throw on the surprisingly hard Hey Arnold the Movie game from Game Boy Advance. Plus, they just came out with a new one, so now is the time to grab it.
Hello everyone, this is
I just want to get to this point here. Look, we all love playing a good game, you know, and the one thing we don't want is someone telling us that we need to stop playing these games. Because it's too violent. It's going to really let's see here. But I want to get to here. One thing that's been bugging me for the last couple of days or so. I want to talk about this feminist group that is trying to ruin the gaming industry. Trying to ruin an industry that we love for the last 40 plus years, man. Over 45 years, man, been around for a long time, We don't need another Gamergate bullshit, We went through that over a decade ago with Anita Sarkeesian and shit, and some other crazy broad, who went to the United Nations and talked about we need to protect women. There's a game for 2 years in a row was created by a woman that won Game of the Year back to back. The first game and the sequel was Game of the Year back to back. Called Portal. The game was created by a woman. It won Game of the Year for 2 years in a row. The first one and the sequel. Dude. And they want I need a Sarkeesian over a decade ago went after male gamers, right? Went after male gamers, right? Now you got these dumb brats here trying to do the same goddamn thing. Going after right? Going after companies like Steam, right? Went after Steam and because they are so here we go. Right, here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, the situation happening with Collective Shout is quite an interesting situation, to say the least. I find it insane just how far these people are willing to go to try to sell you the story, sell you the victim status, right?
Sell you the bullshit.
Narrative. I find it insane, right? This is not the first time that we're going to be talking about this, because they have seemingly lied before when they, had a email domain that went absolutely nowhere, was completely fake, and then said that particular email was the one that sent them a whole bunch of threats, right? They just magically got these emails, they screenshot them, they posted it for proof, and they're like, look at us getting attacked, look at us getting threats. Well, here we go again, where we have certain members of Collective Shout deciding to say, you know what, we're getting attacked again. Look at these random Twitter accounts that are completely attacking us. But the funny thing is, when you look at the Twitter account, they were just made recently. They were just made literally around the same time that the person screenshots it and claims that they are, in fact, victims of whatever the hell they're trying to claim victimhood over. So we got Madam Savvy, the detective herself, going through all of this, where she says, I guess Collective Shout got mad that I wasn't talking about them for a few days and felt left out. This was a hand-chosen, carefully crafted tweet to continue to paint me as a source of violent threats, instead of being normal and realizing people troll on the internet and say unhinged things. Well, this is the problem, right, Madam Savvy? So the problem is that these people know this, right? They know how the internet works. They've been on the internet long enough to know that there are trolls out there. But what it is that they have found a way to weaponize the trolls. They have found a way to weaponize what the trolls say and try to paint this glorious image of victimhood and misogyny and all this
victimhood and
misogyny.
What the fuck?
Violence, but that's besides the point. They talk about violence, and they found a way to convince the people who aren't online all the time that this is actually real, that this is happening every single day. This is real violence that they are experiencing every single day. They've managed to do this, and they do it well. But let's continue. Madam Savvy says they could choose from a handful of these kind of tweets, but they are attempting to use me Specifically, first I was labeled a man, then I was presented as one by a fellow useless group and blamed for violence that isn't occurring. Now they won't engage with me directly because they know they look stupid if they do so. So now they would try to
Now it's kind of like boy cries wolf thing, that kind of bullshit. And when you get caught in a lie, and now here's where I'm going to go with this one. Since the Prime Minister Starmer Nutsack signed the Online Protection Act, the law in the UK, all of a sudden, you had Sledge or that kid, Gleb getting attacked by the guys at Roblox for busting 6 predator wackaloons. Now you got this feminist, this Australian, this feminazi group, Collective Shout. The leader of the group should have a mustache. She should call herself Eva These Nuts, who went on national TV, bullshitted the public, bullshitted the viewers, all these lies, They want attention. Attention for what? Right?
credit me indirectly. Now, what is she talking about? Well, there's a couple of screenshots here. This particular picture here is a doozy, right? We got Caitlin Roper, somebody who we talked about previously before, and she says, just a reminder that the men who defend their access to the bad games not only deeply hate women, but they don't stick to fiction. They extend their violence to women in the real world. Now, again, zero proof, absolutely zero proof to this whatsoever. This is the violent video games calls violence narrative that they've been trying to push for decades now. This is what they tried to utilize to ban video games and get them censored, even though there is literal no proof showcasing this, but they don't care. It's not about the proof. It's about the story. It's about the narrative. So what is she talking about? Well, she is quoting herself, which is a post where she says, these are
it's about
men too scared
pushing
to use
a
their
narrative.
actual names and faces, hiding behind anonymity as they threaten to murder women so they can feel like real men. This account called Mustang Stangs says, Caitlin Roper, see this knife picture? It's going through your chest before I shoot you in your face. For censoring everything and for purposely calling women like Madam Savvy a man. Now, what are the chances that this Mustang account is a brand new account, right? Surely Caitlin Roper would not make a brand new account just to post something ridiculous, tag Madam Savvy to it so she can be the arbiter of everything that's happening to them and then utilize this screenshot perfectly at the right moment, at the right time.
Looking for great wine, spirits, and beer fast? Try free and fast.
I get followers on Twitter, on X. And I'll check it out the thing, and it's like brand new account just made recently, and So I'm like, shit.
As curbside pickup at Total Wine and
That won't happen, right? Obviously, we know exactly what's going down. So Madam Savvy clearly then decides to post that this is most likely fake, right? The tweet is probably faked by Caitlin Roper herself because it was just made this month and has only one reply. Just one reply. Can you not make it so obvious next time you decide to fake something and try to tag Madam Savvy's name to it? Anybody with half of a brain cell can honestly see that this is absolute BS. She says this is not common behavior, but the violent threat troll, it's not, by the way, right? Violent trolls like that, they're not only going to have just one reply. they're going to be constantly going at it over and over and over and over and over again because they become obsessive, right? They're parasocial losers. They get obsessed with going after whoever they want to go after that's their particular target at the time. So usually they have multiple replies, rapid fire clusters because they fire them off before laying low, waiting to see if they lose the account, which is true. If you look here, Mustang Stangs, like she screenshotted, is a brand new account which joined on August 2025, following only one person. I can only imagine who that one person actually is. Smash JT says Bercante tactics. Savvy says it's also weird. This person says, why am I not surprised? With how desperately they seem to want to be seen as victims, I wouldn't be surprised if they resorted.
This is the one thing I got a problem with. Someone or somebody or someone wanting to play the victim, claiming to be a victim, right? A professional victim, like this group is, wants attention. One's attention. Now, my question is, why do you want an attention when people all they want to do is play a game, stream a game, buy a game and play on Steam, right? Streamline their gameplay and just be left alone, you know. Oh no! I mean, it's to me, it's personally bullshit. Okay, it's personally bullshit. You know, I don't like anybody tell me what to fucking do. You know, because the thing is, if I want to enjoy Call of Duty or Grand Theft Auto or Watch Dogs or Assassin's Creed or Star Wars Battlefront or whatever game it is, I'm going to play it. I'm going to play it for the fun. For the fun, right? We all love to play for fun, right? Whether it's online or whether it's playing in the story mode. We all want to play a good game for fun with a good storyline and a good multiplayer, right? We all want that, right? Sure. I think Collective Shout is wanting attention. And now they're getting it. Now they're getting it the wrong way, right? Gamergate is bullshit. Collective Shout is bullshit, right? The leader of the group is a feminazi. She should be the female Hitler of the group. You know, I know I'm gonna get a lot of crap for it, but I don't give a fuck. You know, I don't care. You know, I care about my fellow gamers, man. You know, Gamer Dudes and Dudettes, man. You know, because the thing is, if some dumb broad, a feminazi from Australia, has a problem with, oh, we gotta protect women from violent men who play violent video. Shut up, bitch. Shut the fuck up, man. Dude, I mean, the thing is, I don't like people playing the victim because they want attention, okay? This Collective Shout is nothing more than a bunch of fucking whiny feminazis. Now, that's all they are, dude, you know? Leave people alone, man. They're not bothering you. They're not bugging you, you know? So why bug them? Because you claim that men who play violent video games hurt and physically harm women. there are women that do play video games. There are women that do play Call of Duty. There are women that love to play Star Wars Battlefront. There are women that love to play Battlefield. Okay, there are women that do play Grand Theft Auto. Okay, there are women that do play Resident Evil. Okay. So don't tell me that women don't play violent video games. Bullshit. Bullshit. There are women that do play Call of Duty, Battlefield, Star Wars Battlefront, Grand Theft Auto, right? Forza Racing, right? There's a huge percentage of women in the gaming industry, right? That are programmers, coders, game designers, right? That work in marketing, advertising, that are up and higher up in the office, for the company, like BioWare, Broadsword, right? EA, right? Obesidon, Treyarch. There are women in the gaming industry, right? There's some women that do reporting for the gaming magazines and shit, gaming websites, who love the gaming industry. Check out the game Portal from years ago. That game, back to back, Game of the Year. Portal 1, Portal 2 was back to back Game of the Year. That game was created by a woman. I actually played the game, the first game. I liked it. It was pretty cool. Very innovative. Very well done, in my opinion. Very well done. Check out the game Portal and Portal 2. Those games were done beautifully. Done beautifully. Done by a woman who created the game herself. It's an independent game, man, done by a woman. Beautifully done. It was...
To this tactic. Of course they resorted to this tactic. Of course they did. It's so obvious. Nobody believes that this is a brand new account that just magically decided to start trolling, and the person they're trolling is Caitlin Roper, who tags Madam Savvy. Like, that's so stupid. It's so obvious. But again, these are women that want to sell you the story more than anything else. The story is absolutely more important than anything. So then Madam Savvy makes another post. She says, so I am now getting a lot of Aussie Twitter since I did so much reading, and I saw I couldn't comment on her reply to a thread. I'm being blocked by random Australian news outlets, media personalities I've never interacted with. This is related to Collective Shout, it seems. Of course it is. Like, why would you be getting blocked by random news personalities and outlets from Australia that you've never talked to before? It's pretty obvious that there are certain people over there down under that are not exactly fans of Madam Savvy. She doesn't like that I did journalism, something you expect out of someone who works for Newsmax, and showed the world Collective Shout's words.
Yeah.
Weird how I would need to be blocked. I've helped show everyone their words. What is wrong? Who is she talking about? Well, she's talking about this particular person right here, Catherine Debs Morgan, who is apparently a lawyer and a host of Talk Straight on Newsmax Australia, failed liberal candidate of 2022. If you look here, it shows clearly that she has been blocked by this person for whatever that reason may be. Oh, gee, look what we have here. Author and activist Caitlin Roper in the flesh. Buy her new Spin Express book, Sex Dolls, Robots, and Women Hating. So, again, the grift is real, right? This person, gee, now we know why, right? Catherine is taking a picture with the person known as Caitlin Roper, who we literally just talked about not even a few.
Look, it's very insane, these feminazis want to roll in a good industry because they're not getting their way, right? They're not getting their way. They did when they went after Steam, you know. It's really fucked up that Visa, MasterCard, and PayPal is censoring people from using their system to buy a game on Steam to play. It's nothing more than a bunch of fucking feminazis having a goddamn conniption fit, a shit fit, a bitch fit, complaining, we need to remove any video games. Go fuck yourself, you shallow cunt. What the fuck, man? It's just a fucking game, man. If you don't like the game, don't play it. I mean, shit. Just because you want to remove the game from the thing, look, instead of removing it, make it free. That pretty much beats these cunts from going after you for not removing it. Make it free, dude. That's what I would do. Make it free. I mean, shit, man, It's just really it's nothing more. They're trying to create this Gamergate 2. I don't like it. I fucking hate it because the gaming industry did nothing wrong, in my opinion. I think, in my opinion, it's nothing more than they're being attacked by a bunch of Australian feminazis and shit. I just wish that they would leave the gaming industry alone. Let the players be left alone. Just leave the players alone, man. Let them fucking be and let them play the games they love, man. Shit. You don't hear anybody complain about why is that chick quaking so damn much? My ears are ringing. I can't hear a fucking thing. People are angry at this goddamn feminazi group, man. Shit. I think that they want attention for themselves over fucking what? Over fucking what, man? To me, it's nothing more than a bunch of overgrown feminazis having a goddamn bitch fit. No more, no less than that, man, No more than that. They want to find something to complain about. They did. Just leave the gaming industry alone. Let the people play the games they love, man. They don't bother nobody. They don't bother anybody at all. I just think that, just let them be. Let them be, man. Shit. I've been a gamer my whole life, but you don't see me complain about, I mean, the thing is, if I want to play, a game that I want to pay on Steam, I'm gonna fucking play it, And if you have a problem with it, go fuck yourself. It's nobody's business on what game I play. Nobody's business. I just think that it's really I think it's sad that somebody like this group want to make a name for themselves and shit. I just think that it's just out of control. It's really out of control. This it's getting out of control, and it's like, dude, if they don't like, right, if they don't like the but what does bug me, and I'll tell you guys right now, okay? I'll tell you guys. Um, it does bug me. It does. It does bug me. And it does bug me. Yes. It does bug me. Because the thing is, there's always going to be those groups that will want to find something to complain about and push their agenda, their leftist, progressive, liberal agenda, to ruin other people's lives because whatever they complain about, they will complain about anything just so they could play the professional fake victim and they go on social media and bullshit people, right? They will bullshit people, right? Into, oh, I'm a victim. I'm getting these threats, and they'll post it on X, right? They'll put on X, right? And they'll create an account claiming that they've been doxxed. I don't like that. I don't like that because all it's doing is making someone of a professional victim to change to flip back the narrative back to them as, oh, I'm a victim. No, you're not. You're a victimizer complaining about something that is completely worthless to complain about because there is nothing to complain about. You're whiny, you're bitchy, you're mopey. You're probably on the rag. Probably I don't know. Shit.
Minutes earlier in the video. When we say all of this is connected, we truly understand that it is. You can see her replying here. Collective Shout is still shadow banned on X as well, Elon Musk. Catherine says Collective Shout doing such good work. Yes, I know they still post, but if you put their name in the search
They're
bar,
not
it
doing
doesn't
good
come
work.
up. Gee, I wonder why. What?
Collective Shout is a group of Australian feminazis who are not doing any kind of work at all. That's good. They're cunts.
What is the collective now for a group of smug, self-satisfied white people? And Savvy ends up saying something collective shot related. It's pretty hilarious. So again, ladies and gentlemen, this is all connected.
It's
Literally all of it
insane.
is connected, and it's pretty clear that these women are organizing over there in Australia, trying to do everything they can to make their narrative look as real as possible.
They want.
They will even go as far as making fake accounts. They will go as far as making fake accounts that threaten violence and tagging people who are covering them just to make them look bad in the hopes that people side with them and say, oh my God, I'm so sorry for all the violence you're facing because of Madam Savvy, even though they still will never even say that she's a woman. They try to avoid that like the plague because they know if they say she's a woman, their entire narrative about, oh, it's only men, completely falls apart. So you guys can let me know in the comments down below. What do you think about this? What do you think about Collective Shock? Do you think they're lying here? Do you think they're telling the truth? Do you think they will fake this? Do you think they're incapable of faking it? Whatever it may be, let me know in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, consider hitting that like and subscribe. And I'll see you on the next one.
It's insane, man. It's like how can you sit there? How can you sit there, right? And see all these things when your work is shit. Your work is shit, man. You're going after people who are playing games, right? Claiming, oh, the game industry is a male-dominant industry. No, it's not. There are plenty of women who are in industry who have created games, who are coders, who are in the marketing aspect of the industry, done who are reporter who do stories on the website, magazines like that, who are doing a pretty good job, man. So it's not a male dominated industry. I'm like, this is bullshit. There are plenty of women in the industry that are reporters for a gaming magazine, gaming website, who work for gaming companies like Treyarch, Ubisoft, Obsidian, BioWare, EA, right? Broadsword, And look at the game Star Wars or Republic. There are women in that company who work for Broadsword, doing a good job. We're playing the So, I mean, we don't need this Gamergate bullshit, man. You know, it's just really childish. It's childish, man. You know, very, very childish. You know, very, very childish. You know? Very, very childish. I don't know why they do this shit. You know, leave gamers alone, man. I mean, this group's been around for what, almost 20 years, a little over 20 years and shit. You know, like, fuck. 20, 25 years, you know, like, what the fuck, man? You know, like, it's bullshit. I do agree. It is bullshit, you know. Look, leave the gaming industry alone, man. Okay?
We are nothing, but we are everything. We are.
Yeah. No. All right. So, I mean, it's not good. It's not good. Then you got Roblox, right? Roblox. Who needs a serious wake-up call, man? A very serious reality check, because the thing is, this Gleb kid got attacked by the guys, by the creators of the game platform, because they're protecting predator wackaloons. Crazy, sick, perverted, predatory wackaloons, right? They went after him until Chris Hansen, the guy that started to catch your predator, he's like, "Hey, Roblox, take a seat." And I'm sitting going, here's a guy that did a story on Onision. That guy. I'm like, fuck, man, you know, shit. This is getting serious, man. It is, you know.
Australia, the land of red dirt, endless highways, and tradies who'd rather wrestle a crop than drive a dud ute. Here, a ute isn't just a vehicle, it's a way of life. It's your offer.
I mean, it's just one thing after another, man. You know, like, dude, you have Visa, MasterCard, right? PayPal. And Donald Trump just did an executive order or signed a law where that you cannot censor anybody. I mean, he basically saved the gaming industry anyway, you know, because PayPal, Visa, MasterCard censored people who are using their system to buy a game on Steam and play, right? What did Steam do? Steam didn't do anything, man. You know, I think it's a good platform. Honestly, I do. But the thing is, they're going after this platform over what? You can't blame this platform for games from other companies that bring them on, so gamers can pay to play on the thing. Like, what the fuck, man? You know, shit. Let them be. But the thing is, Visa, MasterCard, PayPal. What the fuck, dude? You know, shit. All right, guys. This is good old Rev Auto. And this has been the Anonymous Mando'Ade Network. If you're new to this channel, like, subscribe, comment below, hit the bell for notification, and always be healthy, well, and wise. I love you guys. And we'll see you all next time on the Anonymous Mando'Ade Network. Peace out. Godspeed. Buddha bless. And keep on gaming, guys. Kick ass.